Hello everyone and welcome to episode 8. As you can see, my tree farm has been doing pretty good. It does require a little bit of maintenance. I've got to keep making the hummus and maintaining this part. I could automate it, but the main problem is needing the dirt in the hummus. It's a renewable thing that I do have to keep maintaining. So not entirely automatic, but it has been giving me more energy in return than what it costs. Mainly because of those circuit boards, but I do need to come up with a better way to do energy. So I'm going to try a couple new things here. I do have to use my jetpack to kind of control energy at first. Sometimes I put it back in, sometimes I recharge it. It can hold so much energy, it can help out in some tough spots. Methane started becoming a good way to get energy from food. You can turn pretty much any type of food into methane, and you do get a little bit more back than what you put in. It's still not a very effective way to do energy though. Gonna probably start focusing on diesel energy here and getting the oil refinery and stuff going and start working on a much more effective way. As I said before, I don't know exactly how the void capsules work, but what I'm hoping for is I do get 3 million in return EU per void capsule and get the void capsules back. Really hope I do, because that would definitely be the best way to get solar going. So I'm gonna skip forward here a little bit and get to another important part here. So I had a little bit of a problem with my crucible. It kept burning down my enchanting location, so I tried moving it over, which did seem to work. But for some reason I couldn't place lava in a certain spot. It could have been because it was a spawn point, so I couldn't have it where I wanted to. But then I figured if I put more obsidian around, maybe that'll also help stop it from catching the bookcases on fire. We'll have to see if that works out. And I have all the lava buckets because I'm using it as another form of energy as well. As you can see right now, I'm doing the gold trick, making lots of gold ingots from iron, and then getting the iron back from the minimum stone to get more in return. This does cause a lot of flux though. The only downside is you're gonna have a lot of wisps and things going around in your world whenever you do this. But yeah, it's a good return in resources. My only limitation is the wand I have is making me only be able to do a certain amount at once because of the amount of viz it can hold. But also whenever it comes to the lava, it is definitely best to just go straight for the thermal generator so you get the most out of each lava bucket. Get to it as soon as you can, because the geothermal will give way less than the thermal generator. So yeah, definitely a nice trick to do. It's a good way to get started whenever you need resources. Basically, iron, gold, and diamonds can all be done within each other with the minimum stone. So if you need any one of those three, this is a good way to build up on the resources. Not really that bad because I'm really short on minimum stones anyway right now, and they are a little hard to get at first because of what I've described in the past. You have to kill the enemies in order to get them, and it does only have so much durability. So to skip forward a little bit more here. I got so horribly low on power, I decided to make some regular 1EU solar panels. As you can see, they did help out. I was so horribly low on power that I needed to get power in any way whatsoever. So yeah, eventually I'll be upgrading these anyway, so I figure I'll make a bunch of them so I can have a bunch of solar panels that I can just upgrade to the advanced ones later. And it did work out. It did help. Got me through a really tough part. So in a way it is kind of okay to make the weakest solar panels, even though they produce one. Getting enough of them really helps out, and you can upgrade them eventually all the way up to an ultimate anyway, so it's not that bad. The reason I started running into a problem is because of the matter fabricator. What was happening is my tree farm that was giving me charcoal and giving me more power in return than what I was putting in isn't anymore because of the matter fabricator. Since half the power is going towards that, I started realizing that I'm actually losing power over time. So now I do have a problem, and the solar panels did help to get me past that point and get me back to where I was. So I do finally have I'm trying to use a squeezer here too. I do finally have a refinery and got some fuel coming in. Got the void capsules and trying to figure out the best way to route this thing. Tried using the squeezer to automatically get the resource. I tried doing it a couple different ways. Could not get the fuel to get into the squeezer in any way to use it to fill up void capsules automatically, unfortunately. So I ended up just manually doing the void capsules, which did work out in the end. But yeah, I did want to be able to make it an automatic way where I could just put the capsules inside of something and it would just automatically fill them up. Unfortunately, I didn't really find a good way to do that. Hello everyone, and I'm back. Here we go. I decided to make a world anchor here so that this keeps going even whenever I'm not here. I can go back home and start working on some other things. This got a little bit complicated. The best way to do it is just use regular solar panels though. With these you can easily just make them and toss them up top. That's pretty much the only thing you can make at first because of how hard grid tech is. Once you get that, you can just power 2 electrical engines and just let it go, and it'll just keep going into the tank. The void capsules work a little bit differently than I expected. They do count basically as 8 buckets, so until this is full enough to where it can actually hold 8 buckets worth of fuel, you won't be able to pick anything up. Also, for some odd reason, one of the times that I did it, I lost a void capsule. I don't know if that's supposed to happen or possibly a bug. Hopefully it's just a bug, not sure. But it does refine a little bit slow even with this many solar panels. Until you get the advanced ones, it is just going to be a little bit hard to get fuel at first. It is definitely worth it though. I am getting over 3 million EU per capsule. So I decided to make 2 diesel generators, and they're not too hard to make either. You just need 5 refined irons and 2 electronic circuits and a generator. So they don't take much at all. Oh, there's a village over there. But energy is no longer an issue. Now I can start working on that UU matter and start getting to the advanced solar panels. And I'll talk to you guys soon whenever I get that going. This is going to be it for episode 8. I spent most of my time off camera just getting ready to try to get this fuel going. I got stuck in a kind of a bind where I was maintaining my factory pretty much forever. It took many hours to get out of that point, smelting and using my jetpack as extra energy and going back and forth trying to get everything condensed down. So that's where most of my time was. Luckily, now that I have the diesel generators, I can finally start getting some power and start going for the advanced solar panels. So that is the main plan for episode 9 here. And that's it for now. I'll see you guys then.